Thank you, Chair. Mr. Magagula, if you could switch on your microphones. And if you could open your witness statement again. We now are at page 14, and we are dealing with the third case. That third case at page 14, starting from paragraph 56, you say it's the Hillbrow CAS 797/03/2023.
Yes.
I think you set out the facts regarding this case. So if you could just briefly summarize what they are and what happened, starting from paragraph 56.
This is a case of corruption and impersonating of a police officer and involves the theft of precious stone from a citizen. I attached the docket of the case marked TLM3.
Apologies, Mr. Magagula. The docket that you say it's marked TLM3, we might as well have it open. Please open your second file. It's marked 2 of 3. That file we're working with before lunch. And your annexure TLM3 starts at page 249. At 250, my apologies. It's fine.
Is TLM?
TLM3. Top right corner, marked in red, 250, the page number.
This one.
Have you located it?
Yes.
Please keep it open. We will be referring to some parts of that docket. You may then proceed from your paragraph 57.
This is a case of corruption and impersonating of a police officer and involves the theft of precious stone from a citizen. I attached the docket of this case marked TLM3. The complainant alleges that on 11 February 2023, at approximately 8 o'clock, 2 male and 1 female individuals arrived at his residential premises and identified themselves as officers of the EMPD. Of these 3 individuals, 2 were attired in official uniform, while the third was in civilian clothing. At that time, the complainant was in the company of his partner, who was able to photograph the officers without their knowledge. The female officer, who has been identified as Constable Stalls of EMPD, informed the complainant that he was under investigation for the alleged smuggling of lithium and expressed their intention to conduct a search of the premise. The complainant requested to be shown a valid search warrant. The officers, the second has been identified as Constable A. Mackenzie, who also is an EMPD member. However, advised that they were entitled to conduct the search without a warrant and that force could be employed if during this
if necessary.
During the search, the officers discovered low-grade sugilite and manganese. 6 boxes of sugilite were seized with an estimated value of 14,926,412 rands. The members reported at Risk Bank that they were tracing a suspect of business robbery, whilst in their own statement they say that they investigating a suspect dealing in lithium. From the evidence obtained of this operation, in brackets, the photographs and CCTV footage, the only people identified are the EMPD officers. No one is identified as being from the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department, JMPD. Neither Brigadier Mkhwanazi, who is their supervisor, nor the police officers involved have submitted evidence of a joint operation as these officers claim it was. The onus lie on them to produce evidence of a joint operation if there is any. The members stated that they seized the articles and handed them to JMPD officers. Once again, there is no proof that they booked any articles from the operation on the SAP 13 register. Indeed, they could not, as there is no case, as they claim by them registered by SAPS of such an investigation. It is proven that they abuse their powers by operating outside their jurisdiction, i.e. Ekurhuleni, and misled the Rosebank SAPS about the basis of conducting operation within Johannesburg. This amounts to misconduct by these EMPD members based on the fact that they were operating outside their jurisdiction without proof of the necessary authority.
Thank you. You have provided in the docket the photographs that you referred to at paragraph 61. You state there that from the evidence obtained of this operation, the photographs and CCTV footage, the only people identified are EMPD officers. Do you see that?
Yes.
Commissioners, for the record, we are going to put up the pictures. If the commissioners could make a note, you will recall when Chief Mapieye was testifying, he testified to a letter of demand received in respect of semi-precious stones by EMPD. I think that it's demanding a recovery of about 16 million, if memory serves me well. Attached to that letter of demand is a series of photographs, which unfortunately were in black and white. What we are about to put up, which comes from the docket, are the same photographs, except this time in color. So we would have to attend to your files. We had undertaken to provide better photos and substitute what you currently have at Annexure JM24 of Mapieye with the color photographs. If you could just make that note. So you have in your docket, Mr. Magagula, from page 344, a series of photographs. Annexure TLM3 at page 344. You have a series of photographs. And there are, I think on my count, 3 photographs from 344. So it will be 344, 345, and 346. That is the first photograph. I would like us to move to the second and the last photograph. On these photographs, you say the only people identified are the EMPD officers. You say that at paragraph 61. Do you confirm?
Yes.
From these photographs that are in the docket, are you able to say where those photographs were taken? Is it at the complainant's residence where the crime took place?
Yeah, it
Or
was.
the seizure of the semi-precious stones took place? Is that the complainant's residence?
Yeah, this is the complainant resident.
There are 3 photos. Are you able to identify any of the people appearing in these 3 photographs?
Yes.
Please do. Let's go back to the first one at 344.
The one with a red T-shirt is the victim.
Yes.
The one with a brown shirt with a gun in his waist is facing the other direction, is Etienne van der Walt.
Yes. And for the record, Etienne van der Walt is not an EMPD member.
Etienne van der Walt is not an EMPD member, is not a police officer.
Okay.
It is when we say there was someone who was impersonating a police officer, it is Etienne van der Walt.
Okay.
And Etienne van der Walt, we also found him in Patfontein case. We also found Etienne van der Walt in the Brakpan murder case.
Yes. Then the other 2 people?
The lady seated down is Keisha Lee Stolz.
Yes.
The man standing there is Adrian Norman Mackenzie.
We'll just quickly go to 345 and see if there's still the same people you identified, except for the victim.
Yes.
And the last photograph at 346, it would appear like the victim is at the bottom left corner of the photograph, and the 3 other people, Van der Walt, Stolz, and Mackenzie, still around the table. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. You then say you obtained evidence of CCTV footage. You say so at paragraph 61?
Yes.
Can you inform the commissioners what you did with that footage?
I obtained the CCTV footage and I sent the footage to a forensic science laboratory in Pretoria to compile a photo album. Before
you proceed, commissioners, I note the report that referral and other documents are missing from our files, from the docket. If I may update your files with the missing 4 pages that were supposed to be in the docket. Mr. Magagula's file will be equally updated, and then we can deal with these matters. As these are distributed, Mr. Magagula, do you have the extra pages you provided during lunch, numbered from 248.1? We propose they won't exactly be in order, commissioners, but so not to disrupt the numbering. We have decided that perhaps they best belong after 248, which is okay. I'm trying to find the logic of why 248. 248 is copy of occurrence book. And before we get into, so they would start TLM 3. So if we could just put them there, but as the evidence, as he continues, we will realize that they're not in their right place. For the moment, we will do so that they stay together because they are updating the docket as we currently have it.
Yeah, because if they are 248.1, then they should be just before 249.
And it is because 249 was misfiled. If the chair remembers, that is the statement, commander statement from Mr. Mkhwanazi.
The short Julius
Yes,
Mkhwanazi.
for the previous case.
Okay. All right. Thank you. See, this is exactly the reason I always say I will rely on you to stick with it.
Just for the record, for the readers of the transcript to know what happened and how other documents made their way into the files.
Just in case I missed it, were the precious stones ever found? Because I saw in your statement that the officers say they handed them over to JMPD. Were they ever found, the precious stones?
The part of it, small part of it, as we progress, we found them, and it will unfold when the SC is asking me some question, the bigger portion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you found your, Mr. Magagula does have the new pages 248.1, the loose pages that you provided during lunch, yes. You had indicated that you then, still at 61, you sent the CCTV footage to the forensic laboratory.
Yes.
Please have regard to page 248.1, the loose pages you just received, to 248.2, and tell the commissioners what that document is.
This document is covering minutes about the summary of the incident, which I summarize and take the video footage to forensic to compile a forensic album.
And I see at
Sorry, isn't there discrepancy here? I thought the number was 14 million rands.
the witness has it as 14.9 million, yes.
No, it says on page 248.1, 14,000 rands.
Oh, on this, the document referring the
The one you just gave us now, 248.1 at paragraph 1.
Yes, the commissioner is correct. It estimates the value at 14,000 rands in this document. Mr. Magagula, you understand? Look at this document. You see the second paragraph. The first is just a one-liner. See the paragraph that starts with the words, "It is alleged by the complainant."
Yes.
On the third line, and this document seems to have been generated by you, if you look at page 248.2,
Yes.
you state that the complainant says they seized his legal precious stones worth at the estimated value of 14,000 rand. You see that?
14,000 rands.
You see
Yeah,
what you
I
have
see
here.
it.
Now, if you go to your statement at paragraph 59, you provide an estimated value of 14,926,412 rands. Do you see that?
Yes.
The Commissioner Kumalo would like to understand, can you explain the discrepancy between the two figures?
Yes, I see this discrepancy. This it's a summary to the forensic for them to be able to know what was happening here. It is not the exact amount, it was estimation.
But do you acknowledge that there must be an error between the two figures, the one in the letter and the one in your statement? Which is the wrong figure?
14 million, Mr. Magagula, and 14 million rand and 14,000 rand.
Yes, it was an error. It was an
Which
error.
one is there?
The error is in the letter.
In the letter.
In the letter.
And perhaps it might assist if we go to page 311 of the same file. 311. That is the statement of the complainant. And if one has regard to paragraph 4 of that statement by the complainant, it states, I quote, I previously stated that the value of the semi-precious sugarlite stones stolen from me are in the amount of approximately 14 million rand. I enclose herewith an invoice indicating the value of same marked PP1. Do you see that?
Yes.
So we accept from the complainant's version that the value is 14.9 million. Is that so?
Yes.
And it's from the complainant's version that you obtained the value of the stones. You didn't undertake an exercise to evaluate them, did you?
He provided with invoice
So it's from the version of the
victim.
That's the only basis that you say it's 14 million. So you
Yes.
accept it. Thank you. So then if we go back to our page 248.1, the loose pages, you say there that you were forwarding to the laboratory at paragraph 3, kindly receive the following for analysis: 2x2 memory stick containing video footage of the incident, and then you provide the serial number. Then it states the video footage shows the incident that we are discussing, correct?
Yes.
Where did you obtain this video footage from?
The video footage, if I may go to.
This is not iPad footage, is it? At least let's start there.
Yeah, the footage, I obtained it from Cap Security.
And who is Cap Security?
It's a security company based in Johannesburg, managing the area where the complainant resides. It is their video footage, not the complainant video footage.
Yes. And you request, I see that the laboratory provided you with a photo album of the video footage saved on the memory stick. And the video footage will be filed in the case docket so that the senior public prosecutor can make an informed decision regarding this incident. Overleaf, you then give details of this case. 1, the photographs of the VW Golf and its occupants in and out of the house. 2, the police officer talking to somebody in a car on the street. 3, photos of the victim and precious stones. And the numbered points you say are very important to the case. So that was your instruction.
Yes.
Did the laboratory provide you with such photographs?
Yes, they did provide me with such photograph.
I am going to refer us to page 254 of that same annexure in the file. And at 255 and following are pictures showing part of the streets and the parking area. Can you confirm what place this is? What are we looking at on the screen?
This is the place of residence of the victim and the street thereof.
And if you go to your paragraph 65, you state that Constable Mackenzie, one of the implicated police, filed a further statement on 15 January 2026, confirming the presence of Brigadier Mkhwanazi at the scene. The statement is part of the docket, right? Were you able to determine where in these pictures you say Brigadier Mkhwanazi was, whose presence was confirmed by Constable Mackenzie?
In this picture, I cannot see. There was an interesting car which, upon receiving the photo album, I was interested in. It is not this picture.
Okay, we'll scroll. This appears to be the gate to what looks like a complex. We'll scroll to the next and the next. Then a series of photographs depicting the street.
Yes, these two vehicles.
Yes.
Is very, very important that are shown. The one with the one that is pointed with red, it's a Metropolis vehicle.
By Metropolis, you mean EMPD?
EMPD.
Oh, yes. Please continue.
The first one there is the one which I'm interested in for certain reason.
Okay, let's go to the next picture. There are two pictures here.
Is Adrian Norman Mackenzie there?
And he seems to be standing next to the car you said was the second car.
Yes.
In the previous picture. We'll scroll forward.
Now, this is the first car that I was interested in when I received the photo album, because that is not the vehicle that Mackenzie is using. And Mackenzie in this photo album is seen standing next to the driver's door of that vehicle. So my suspicion on that, it was that this precious stone that we are talking about, Mackenzie would have been giving that man the stones.
And if we scroll further on, I think it's a close-up picture of what we have seen, Mackenzie next to that car you say you're interested in.
Yes, so now you can see there was an individual inside because he is talking, he's leaning towards that vehicle.
Yes. And if we continue.
So this photo,
Make your point, please go ahead.
this photo album is the one that interested to confront Mackenzie again to tell me exactly who is that person was inside the vehicle. So upon interviewing him, giving him an opportunity, because my narrative, it was that even if I'm giving him an opportunity, even if he doesn't give me the statement, I'm gonna file a negative report against him that the stone was taken by this person who you are seen standing next to this car. So he provided me a statement and informed me who was driving this car. So it was on the 15th when he told me that, no, this car doesn't belong to a criminal. It belongs to Julius Mkhwanazi, and the person who was inside the vehicle is Julius Mkhwanazi.
And Then if we can go back to the loose pages that we handed in after lunch. You remember we looked at your request to the forensic laboratory we have marked 248.1. Then we have another document at 248.3. You see that? Do you see the document I'm referring to?
2.4?
248.3 at the top there, it's handwritten.
Yes.
What is that document? It's dated the 27th of August, 2025.
Okay. This was the results from forensic laboratory. This is covering minutes, giving me the results accompanying the photo album that they have compiled.
I note at item 2 of that page, it states a 212 statement and a photo album are attached as requested.
Yes.
You confirm. What we have on the screen, is that part of the photo album you received from the forensic laboratory?
Yes.
And if we stay on that and you go to the next page of the papers you were holding right now,
Yeah.
it should be paginated 248.4 at the top right corner.
Yes, I have it.
I see it is dated 15 July 2026.
It's January.
15 January 2026. I'm 5 months ahead. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirmed.
As a brief one, are you able to read into the record?
Yes.
Firstly, let's identify what this document is, and then you can read it into the record.
This is the additional statement of Norman Adrian Mackenzie regarding the photo album shown to him by me.
Now, can you read? It's got 4 paragraphs. Are you able to read them into the record?
Yes. On the 13th January 2026, Assistant Director Tulan Magagula from EMPD presented me with a photo album of the case in Hillbrow for me to give a small description of what was going on. I went to a white motor vehicle that was occupied by 2 black males that came to the scene to check on us on the day in question. The driver was Director Julius Mkhwanazi, who is in the Ekurhuleni Metro Department and was also with a black male dressed in traffic uniform with a lot of ranks on his shoulders.
Have you been able to identify who this quote unquote black male dressed in traffic uniform with a lot of ranks on his shoulders? Have you been able to identify him yet?
No.
Okay. Now,
I'm sorry, Ms. Sello. After this statement, did you go back to Julius Mkhwanazi and obtain his statement to confirm his presence?
Yes, I did called him, informing him that that now I need a warning statement from him because the table has changed. It is no longer the 3 sentence of duty on, duty off. Now it is part of the suspect, so I must get a warning statement and warn him in terms of Section 35 of the Constitution. At the time when I called him, he informed me it was towards the weekend that he need to consult his legal practitioner. He will come back to me. And indeed, at a later stage, he came back to me because I keep on calling him that it is important. I need this statement. It's crucial. At any given time, he can call me if he's available. I can drive wherever he is to go and obtain that statement. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me when he's free, but he wrote a statement, a small statement as usually, but the statement contained grammar errors. So on its way, it lost its meaning. And basically, that statement, I was not going to accept it because I must say him personally, in order for him to sign my warning statement in terms of Section 35 of the Constitution. So it is not a question, even if you wrote a book and then you send it, the requirement is that he must sign. I must see him personally, and I must inform him about his constitutional rights.
Thank you, Commissioner Khumalo. Please have regard to your paragraph 66 in your statement now. Your statement, page 16, paragraph 66.
Page?
Maybe before you do that, Ms.
Yes.
Yelo, there's a reference to Rosebank SEPS at paragraph 63.
I was turning to that point.
Is that where
now,
you're going?
yes.
Okay.
We'll get back, we'll come back where Commissioner Baloyi was asking about reference to Rosebank. We will get to that in a moment. I was referring you to your paragraph 66 and to ask you to confirm that the response you just gave to Commissioner Khumalo regarding what steps you have taken against Brigadier Mkhwanazi since obtaining the second statement from Mackenzie, the one we've just read into the record, that you have set out your explanation at paragraph 66. Please look at it. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
Okay. I see there is an error in the date there. It has to be because at line 3 it says, you contacted Brigadier Mkhwanazi who said he wants to confer with his lawyer. This after Brigadier Mkhwanazi had submitted a statement on 5th February 2025, which I rejected. The year is wrong.
Yes, the year is wrong.
That was really my question.
2026.
So we should correct that to 2026.
Yes.
Thank
Because
you.
I had assumed that in 2025 a statement was obtained and then Mackenzie gives his statement in 2026 and then.
Indeed. Yeah. And I'll just confirm that this is the statement that you say you received and rejected from Brigadier Mkhwanazi. That was the first statement from him, was it? Or was it a second statement?
This this one that I'm looking for, it is the second statement as per warning statement. The first one that I obtained from Brigadier Mkhwanazi, it was the duty off statement of those members because his involvement was unknown at that stage.
Okay. I was going to then ask us to turn to the various statements that you have on file. And in the course of doing so, we will answer Commissioner Baloyi's question. At paragraph 63 of your statement, page 15, you note it is proven that they, being the EMPD officers, abused their powers by operating outside their jurisdiction, i.e. Ekurhuleni, and misled the Rosebank SAPS about the basis of conducting operations within Johannesburg. You see that?
Yes.
You have a series of statements. In particular, I would like us to start in annexure TLM 3 from page 273. Now, at 273, if you can confirm, this is the warning statement of Adrian Norman Mackenzie. The actual statement starts at 277.
Yes, I
You
see.
confirm?
It.
And you obtained, according to this document, this statement, if it is dated, do you have a date for when you obtained the statement?
For Mackenzie, yes.
Mackenzie.
2 May 2023.
And that is at page 280.
Yes,
I
28.
say it is certified on the 2nd of May by you, 2023.
Yes.
Before we get to the statement of Mackenzie, I would like us to go to the other statement, the next statement at 281, and that is the statement of Keshali Stolz.
Yes.
I would like us to start with the statement of Ms. Stolz because it sounds like, as we shall see from the statements, that she's the initiator of this operation insofar as Mr. Mackenzie is concerned.
Yes.
Is that your understanding as well? And Ms. Stolz's statement is at page 296.
Yes.
Correct. And I will just quickly note, at paragraph, she introduces her name and confirms that she's a white female employed by EMPD as a constable, and then states that she wishes to state as follows in English. In February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Moto, a JMPD member who requested assistance in the recovery of lithium rocks that were suspected to being sold illegally by a suspect in Rosebank area. Next paragraph, we went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. Let me just go back to the first paragraph I read, where Ms. Stoll says she received a call from Mozo, a JMPD member who requested assistance. Have you been able to locate this JMPD member called Mozo?
In terms of the police, we have rank, we have surnames. So Stolz is giving me Mozo. I do not know the rank. I do not know if how many Mozos are there. So I believe it was she was sending me from pillar to post. She is the one who was working with that person. So she has to have full details of such person. So I do not know if this person exists or not there in Johannesburg.
And you stated in your statement that insofar as Mackenzie and Stolz were operating in Rosebank, it was outside their jurisdiction.
Yes.
Under what circumstances could they operate in Rosebank, to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, they can operate in Johannesburg if they are invited officially in Johannesburg with accountability. For instance, if they are invited by Johannesburg, they will be led by the people of Johannesburg, not them leading themselves.
So then at paragraph 3 of that statement, when he says we, it's not clear who the we is, went to Rosebank subs and informed them that would be working in the area. From what you are saying, JMPD wouldn't have to do that because Rosebank is within JMPD jurisdiction. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. If it was an official duties, indeed, they would have reported to JMPD. They don't need to report there at Rosebank, and then they are working under the leadership of Johannesburg. Accountability will go to Johannesburg that were with the members of EMPD.
And if we go then back, you remember we started with a second statement. The first statement starting at 273 is said to be the statement of Norman Mackenzie. The actual warning statement starts at 277. And are you at 277?
Yes, I'm there now.
That is the statement of Adrian Mackenzie. It says, I, Adrian Norman Mackenzie, employed at Ekurhuleni as a Metro Police officer, state the following. And at paragraph 2, and I quote, on the day in question, I was on duty in full uniform and equipment when Constable Stolz told me she got a call from a JMPD member who needed assistance with recovery of stones in Rosebank. 3, we went to subs in Rosebank to make a OB entry that we will work in the area, and we went to the suspect area in Rosebank. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm that.
And lastly, then, if we go to page 299, and at 299 is a statement as well dated the 25th of May, 2023 by a Mr. Malautsi, who states, I'm an adult male and provides a service number, holding the rank of warrant officer, working at number 15 Study Avenue, Rosebank, SAPS. On Saturday, 2023-02-11, at about 5:45 a.m., I reported on duty at CSC as a relief commander. Around 8:50 a.m. the same day, members of EMPD came to CSC and report on duty. They were wearing full uniform. It was a female and a male members. Their names are Constables Stolls and Constable Mackenzie. Then he indicates who they spoke to directly, Sergeant Mohali. At paragraph 3, he continues, they said they are reporting on duty for tracing suspect of business robbery that took place in Niger. And they will be doing investigations around Rosebank area. You see that?
Yes, I see.
According then to Warrant Officer Malauti of Rosebank, when the two, as Mackenzie states, went to make the OB entry, they indicated that they were reporting for duty tracing suspects in connection with a robbery that took place in Niger. But on Ms. Stoll's version, they were invited by the JMPD regarding illegal lithium trading in Rosebank. Is that how you understand the documents as well?
Yes, it's where they have problems.
What problems? Are you able to say more about the problems?
Acacia and company.
Yes. What problems do you suggest they have?
They misled Warrant Officer Mlaozi that they are there to trace a suspect of business robbery in Niger, and they are doing investigation. To start with, they have no function of investigation.
And continue, please continue.
And there is no case that to prove that they were doing legal duties of a case of Niger. They have not told him about the case. That case is non-existent.
And then lastly, at page 292, it's an undated statement signed at the bottom against the name Etienne van der Walt.
It's
298.
Yes, I got it.
And on this document, this statement, it doesn't have a warning statement formal sheet in the docket. Did you obtain this statement from Mr. van der Walt yourself?
Yes, I obtained the statement of Van der Walt.
I see it is undated. Do you have a recollection of when you'd have obtained it? Is it around the same time you obtained from Ms. Stolls and Mr. Mackenzie or later?
It was after Mackenzie and Stolls, and the reason for not obtaining the warning statement as required, it is because Mr. Etienne van der Walt refused and say, I'm not a suspect. I said, no, as per requirement, I tried to explain his right. He refused. So as a suspect, I have given him the opportunity to write whatever he want to write. in that statement, and he wrote what is contained in this.
Okay. Mr. Van der Walt states, I, Etienne Van der Walt, a white male, hereby wish to provide the following statement. On the date in question, February 2023, I, as with Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie, I think I was with Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie, as we were going to go do patrols for truck that had been stolen or used in theft trailers. Do you see where I'm reading?
Yeah.
Second paragraph. He continues, we were en route to our first truck stop when Constable Stolz received a call. Constable Stolz informed me that a JMPD officer had requested assistance in Rosebank, and I asked if I could accompany them quickly, and then we would continue to do the patrols of the truck stops when we were done. We met, next paragraph, we met with the JMPD officer who informed Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie of the help she needed. So was it your understanding that the JMPD member was a female? Because that's what this would suggest.
Yes.
Okay. We then proceeded to Rosebank Subs, where I stayed in the vehicle. I take it that's when they went to register in their presence in the OB register, perhaps.
Yes.
If we can skip the next paragraph, the one after states, I stayed in the lounge area, this is after entering the victim's premises, talking to the girlfriend of the white male. By then they had entered the flat. And if we skip that to the next paragraph, he states Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie came into the lounge after putting brown boxes on the floor in the entrance hall. And if we then go to the next second line, we met with the JMPD after, and Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie handed the JMPD officer the sub-seizure form and rocks. We then left to follow up on the information in Bredel. You see that?
Yes, I see.
So from Mr. Van der Walt's statement, it would appear that Constable Mackenzie handed the rocks over to a JMPD officer, wherever that person was.
Yeah.
And your testimony is that those rocks, as Mackenzie has confirmed, were handed over to the person in the white vehicle on the street.
He never confirmed that. He confirmed that in the latest statement, the additional statement.
Yes.
He identified the person. Those people were inside the white vehicle. He never spoke about the rocks.
So he still maintains that the rocks was given to the JMPD officer?
No. I don't believe their version.
No, on his version. I'm happy to go with his version. What's his version? What happened? What became of the rocks, according to Constable Mackenzie?
According to Constable Mackenzie's statement, is that they given the JMPD.
This still the unidentified JMPD member?
Yes, unidentified.
To check with Commissioner Baloy, I don't know if that answers your Rosebank question.
Yes, it does, Mr.
Thank
It does.
In the CCTV footage that you have viewed, do you see any JMPD vehicles or any JMPD officers?
No.
And I see that we did discuss this, that now you are waiting to obtain a warning statement from Brigadier Mkhwanazi. What's the next step thereafter?
After obtaining a Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi statement, depending on what he's gonna say, if indeed, I don't believe that there was a Gauteng traffic with a lot of ranks, but if indeed he write that he was with his friend. I will ask the rank. He will know better because Mackenzie doesn't know those rank. He's the one who will know it is his counterpart. He will tell me that I was with this person. So it means that the same person I must obtain his warning statement is also part of that illegal operation. And then after that, I take the docket to the director of public prosecution for decision. And then if they say Chaile, and then I go and arrest them. It will depend on the decision of the public prosecutor. If they see that there is some work that I must do, I have to comply with what I have not yet, I didn't see they are looking at that Magagula, you have not yet finalized your matter. Please go and do 1, 2, 3, 4. But if the director of public prosecution is satisfied, they will issue a directive. These people must be charged with these following counts. I will not predict, but it will be them who will decide.
And the commissioners are aware, and this they learned from Chief Mapieye when he testified, that on the 15th of August 2023, the complainant submitted a notice to Ekurhuleni, the city of Ekurhuleni municipality, of his intention to institute action against the municipality to recover the value of the stolen property. No, that what he terms to be stolen property. So that evidence is already before the commissioners, and the commissioners will recall that's when Chief Mapieye submitted JM 24. So is it fair to conclude that on the basis of that letter of demand, which is very detailed, that the EMPD has been appraised of this incident by its members?
Yes, EMPD was aware of this incident even before the
letter of demand?
The civil litigation. Why am I saying so? Commissioner Balui asked, it was Commissioner Kumalu asked, was the stone recovered? And then I said part of it. EMPD was aware a long time ago about this incident because after the arrest of these people on Benoni Cars 215, I went together with my members to search the vehicle of Adrian Norman Mackenzie. Upon searching that vehicle of Adrian Norman Mackenzie, we recovered some stones there inside. When we searched, I booked them out and came with him to the car so that I can search the vehicle in his presence. So when we found the stones, he was there standing, and I had to ask him, does this belong to you? He agreed that this belongs to me. He even added that during the night, this stone is it's just for decoration whatsoever. Each and every item that we found there, I made him to account for it, and he signed the acknowledgement that this belongs to me, this belongs to me, this belongs to the municipality. Everything that belonged to municipality, it was given to municipality. So EMPD from that point, it was on March, I'm sure it was on the 10 or 11 or 13 March where they became aware of this incident. So there is no way that they only knew when the civil litigation came.
Sorry, I hear you say that you found the vehicle, you found the stones in his vehicles, but how does the EMPD become aware about these stones and therefore the incident itself? You're not, in your explanation, in your answer, you didn't explain how they became aware.
I made them aware on the same day because the vehicle belongs to EMPD and there were other properties that was inside the vehicle which belongs to EMPD.
Who in particular, and what form did the making aware take? Is there a record where the stones, where you inform EMPD in writing, whether it's a form or whatever form it takes, about these stones, that they are related to the incident in Rosebank? Is there that kind of detail when you inform them?
Okay. There is between my communication with Commissioner Space, I inform him and he also exchanged the same photos with me. I remember in our WhatsApp message, which will be before the commission, there is the photo of the stones. He himself sent me also the stone that I recovered. I do not remember at which stage did I send it to him and then he sent it back to me during that period, but it was after the search.
When you say you informed EMPD, you mean Commissioner Spies? Who in EMPD did you inform about? And remember, it's about the case itself, the Rosebank case. If you say we informed, because the question as understood it was, did they become aware of it? And then you say yes, even before they got the letter of demand, they became aware of it. So I just want to clarify, did they become aware of this Rosebank theft case, as you have described it, as contained in the docket? Did they become aware of it? And I'm not saying did they become aware of the docket itself, but did EMPD become aware that its officers were involved in a bogus operation in Rosebank, where they took these jewels or these stones from there? And did that happen before they get the letter of demand, and were they informed by you?
Yes, Commissioner, I will try to answer like this. EMPD was aware from the word go, even before the case was opened. The complainant himself went to complain to EMPD. EMPD, through email to them, they communicated with him. And if my memory serves me right, that email that they received from the complainant, even before the case was opened, it was sent to us. It is how we assisted the complainant to open the case. So they are the first people to know about their officers.
Thank you, Mr. Mkhwanazi.
Now, the rocks found in Mackenzie's vehicle, did they match the description of the rocks that were taken from the complainants?
Yes, they match. Even the Section 212 statement, the report, that is in the case, they match.
So you could establish from that at least if they did hand some of the rocks to a JMPD officer, they did not hand all of them to a JMPD officer.
Can you repeat the question?
So you say some of the rocks were found with Mackenzie, right?
Yes.
So we can assume from that if they did hand the rocks to a JMPD officer, they did not hand all of them because some of them were still with Mackenzie.
Yes.
Thank you, commissioners. Mr. Magagula, you referenced communication you say you had in particular with Commissioner Spies around this issue. In response, I think it was to Commissioner Baloyi's question about how, on what basis you say EMPD had learned of the incident before the civil claim, the intention to institute civil claim was expressed. You remember?
Yes.
At your paragraph 86, you don't have to go there. You introduce two annexures, annexure TLM7 and annexure TLM8. And you say these are screenshots of your communication with Chief Mapieye and Commissioner Spies respectively.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you can pull out the second file, the second big file, it's marked 3 of 3 on the spine. And I want to take you to annexure TLM8, which you say are screen grabs of your communication over an extended period, not on this matter, with Commissioner Spies, starting at page 581.
Five, eight, one.
81. Project and scroll. If I then ask you to turn to page 588. No, 586. Let's start there. There seems to be perhaps a video clip, but then because this is a screen grab, we don't see that. Then there's a message there talking about, I think it's a number for Warrant Officer Ben of SAPS. If you go overleaf, and that also, there are two pictures there, or judging by the fact that the first has got a timestamp of 12:08, that might be a video. But if we skip that part and go to page 590, the same picture, the same two are found at 590. Okay, you can see it. Now, I look at the communication below. It would appear a message forwarded. I'm not sure whether it is to you or to Commissioner Spies. Good morning, Commissioner. And below that is another forwarded message, the staff from Mackenzie Car. And then a last one says, must we bring to your office or Mr. Erasmus? This seems to be shared with you with what appears to be an evidence bag or a plastic bag containing some stones. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then it continues and says, no, bring to anyone, start with car and protect it as is. IPID will contact you and bring their forensics with. The next message there at the bottom reads, Mackenzie's patrol vehicle was booked in for repairs and maintenance. He stated on Friday that he left his official Tetra radio in the car's cabby home. I instructed, I think 589 and 590 are in the wrong order. I instructed, go back to 589, his supervisor to fetch the radio. They just sent me the above, which are all inside his vehicle. Can you please arrange forensics to urgently attend to it? As lots of this is similar as what was found in Kisha's car, and could be part of the evidence of their crimes. So my question is that the communication you were referencing in response to the question by Commissioner Baloyi, when you say senior personnel at EMPD were aware of this incident before the complaint was lodged by, the civil claim was lodged by the complainant, and in particular, you rely on your communication with Commissioner Spies in this regard. Is this part of the...
Yes.
And I see that communication, according to TLM 8, is from the period of 13 March 2023 at page 588 up to page 595, if I'm correct, or if not beyond, of the 14th of March 2023. Some of these messages appear to be repeats. I guess it's a question of a choice of at what point to take the screen grab.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So you're in summary then, you say to the commission that the senior police officers at EMPD became aware as early as March 2023 of this incident of precious stones.
Yes.
And they knew that it involved Kishalee Stalls and Mackenzie.
Yes.
And if you don't have it before you, at least we know in terms of JM 34 from Chief Mapieya's evidence that at least EMPD was informed in August of 2023 of this incident. And commissioners, just to note, specifically at page 114 of Mapieya annexures, JM 34, the letter from the complainant's attorneys reads as follows. Item 3 at page 114, our client instructs us as follows. On or about 11 February 2023, 3 individuals, 2 of them in Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department EMPD uniform, arrived at the residence of our client in Killarney, Johannesburg. Our client later learned that the 2 EMPD members are Constable Kishalee Stalls and Constable Mackenzie. We enclose here with pictures of the aforementioned EMPD members at our client's residence, which pictures were taken by our client's flatmate on 11 February 2023, and same is marked and attached here to as annexure LOD1. Those were the black and white pictures we couldn't make sense of until we looked at the pictures provided by Investigator Magagula today. So best case scenario, EMPD was fully informed by March 23. Worst case scenario, by August 2023, they were aware.
Yes.
Is that your case?
Yes.
Do you still intend then to file a negative report in respect of these 2 officers, one of whom, of course, we now learn is no longer an officer because she has resigned or retired?
Yes, we are still going to file the report. Immediately after obtaining the witness statement of Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi, I filed both report, DPP and EMPD, because my investigation will be finalized.
And what would be your response if you were to learn that the EMPD has taken no steps against any of the implicated officers on the basis that they are awaiting an IPID report?
I will not be surprised, even if we have filed the report in time. The file will gather dust in their office until we win our case criminally. And then they will take glory that they have successfully completed, while it is because of IPID criminal investigation. As I said earlier, majority of those departmental that were successful, it was not due to their departmental step that they have taken. They are dependent on the criminal outcome.
Thank you. Commissioners, unless there are further questions, I think this is as far as we take this particular case.
Can I, yeah, Ms. Ilo, the references that you've made to these screen grabs or these WhatsApp messages. That
Yes, Commissioner.
that you say are evidence of EMPD, at least space, being informed about this Rosebank incident. I'm not sure it does that, Mr. Makakula.
Commissioner, if I may, perhaps I misspoke. It wasn't so much that it's evidence of, EMPD having full knowledge. Mr. Magagula had referenced telephonic communication and WhatsApp messages with senior members of EMPD regarding the searching of Mackenzie's vehicle, where he says he recovered some of these stones. It's in that context I then referred him to TLM 12.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want him to think that I said he claimed that is conclusive evidence.
Yes,
Thank
okay.
you,
So you were not saying that this is evidence that the MPD became aware
Indeed.
of the
Yes.
Rosebank incident?
Yes, I referred him to that based on his allegation that he was in contact, and in particular in regard to the search of Mackenzie's vehicle,
Yes, I
from
understand.
which they recovered these items.
I understand that. Okay, I'll leave it. I had wanted, if you were saying that, I had wanted to say, actually, it seems that you do have other better pages that may well have been an indicator of this communication. If you look at 616, for example, there are references to Kilani, and Kilani is a suburb, not a police station area. So it sort of suggests that some communication, but I think this is in July, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's in April. But I'm not taking it any further.
I would think that perhaps it might be appropriate to do so because I think it buttresses what Mr. Magagula says. When one looks at these messages as Mr. Magagula provided them after taking screen grabs, they are not necessarily in the right order. You can tell from the date or the start or end of one message. So if 616, I think, supports his version, it would only be fair to draw that to his attention and place it on record.
Yeah.
Mr. Magagula, Commissioner Baloyi is talking about other messages that perhaps speak to the fact that EMPD members, and in particular in this instance, Commissioner Spies, because this is your communication with Commissioner Spies, became aware of this matter as early as perhaps July or so 2023. And in this regard, I would like to refer you to page 616 of that file we're looking at, which are the screen grabs of your communication with Commissioner Spies. Do you see that?
Yes.
And so if you're at 616, then please listen to Commissioner Baloyi. She
No, all I was saying, Mr. Makakula, is that my initial concern to your discussion with Ms. Lo was that you were referring to those stones, to those WhatsApp messages which show stones as part of evidence that Ekurhuleni became aware, EMPD became aware of the Rosebank incident itself. And I thought if you actually look at other pages, there seems to have been better evidence that you were speaking to Commissioner Spies about this Kilani incident. That's all I wanted to point out.
Yes, Kilani is the resident of the victim.
Yes. All right. I have a different question, though. You say you are still going to be filing a recommendation. You say you're still going to submit a report and recommendation. This incident is in 2023.
Yes.
you become aware of it in 2023, I think about March or thereabouts.
Yes.
You have statements from the complainant, and I think a statement from Stolz early on. We are in 2026. How is it? What is the explanation? That I know that you got another statement from Stolz, Mackenzie, in January 26. You're still going to be getting a statement from Brigadier Mkhwanazi. But with what you've got in a complainant's statement, what is the explanation that it has taken so long to get you to the point where you are able to, or you should be able to make a recommendation to the municipality?
The recommendation is made after the completion of the case itself. Both DPP and EMPD. I acknowledge the delay on the investigation part, but the report to EMPD, as I stated previously, it goes together, those one.
And has this been to the prosecutor? Is it DPP or
And not yet.
this docket? It hasn't.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you explain the delay? You say acknowledge the delay in the investigation. What are the reasons that there has been a delay in the investigation?
The delay on investigation is based on the fact of the 727 cases and all other activities that I was doing.
Yes. So it's the workload that you are carrying.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Mr. Magagula, then that concludes your testimony on the precious stones matter.